Adnan Khashoggi was a Saudi businessman and arms dealer who rose to fame in the 1980s as one of the richest men in the world. But it wasn't just his immense fortune or powerful connections that made him notorious. His extravagant playboy lifestyle was legendary. Adnan had 3 official wives, yet he also kept a private harem of 11 stunning young women, whom he called his pleasure wives. Known for hosting wild parties on his massive yacht Nabila, his gatherings often featured glamorous women, celebrity guests, and unimaginable luxury. But the true story of what happened behind the scenes on his yacht remained a mystery until after his death. In this story, you'll uncover the secrets of Adnan Khashoggi's private world, his relationships, his harem, and what became of his wives and mistresses after his downfall. Adnan Khashoggi, the billionaire playboy. In the 1980s, Adnan Khashoggi wasn't just wealthy, he was iconic. With private jets, opulent mansions, and a super yacht larger than most cruise ships, he earned the nickname the Great Gatsby of the Middle East. At his peak, Khashoggi's net worth was estimated at $4 billion. He made his fortune as a master dealmaker in the global arms trade, serving as the middleman between Western defense companies and the Saudi government. By brokering multi-million-dollar deals with selling tanks to France, helicopters to the UK, and missiles to Saudi Arabia, he raked in massive commissions. His influence even extended to working with controversial leaders like Libya's Muammar Gaddafi. Beyond arms, Adnan had a knack for luxury sales, acting as an agent for Rolls-Royce and the British Aircraft Company. His dealings brought high-end cars, aircraft, and communication systems to global elites. With money pouring in faster than he could spend it, Khashoggi's lifestyle reached unimaginable heights. A life of excess. Adnan Khashoggi reportedly spent $250,000 daily during his prime. His properties were scattered across the globe, including lavish mansions, a sprawling ranch in Kenya, and a penthouse in New York's Olympic Tower. His private jets were essentially flying palaces, featuring luxury bedrooms and wardrobes filled with designer suits and traditional robes. However, the crown jewel of his lifestyle was Nabila, his $70 million super yacht. It was more than a yacht. It was a floating kingdom where he hosted legendary parties. The guest list included models, Hollywood starlets, Vegas dancers, and influential business figures. Khashoggi believed that beautiful women were essential for closing deals, referring to them as flowers on the table. Adnan's wives and harem. Despite being married 3 times, Adnan's fascination with young, glamorous women never waned. His first wife, Sandra Daly, was a 20-year-old Englishwoman who converted to Islam and became known as Soraya Khashoggi. After marrying in 1961, she entered a life of unimaginable wealth, moving between their 17 homes, wearing diamonds, and mingling with stars like Elizabeth Taylor and Frank Sinatra. However, behind the luxury, Soraya's marriage was far from happy. Adnan's constant absences and infidelities, especially with younger women, drove a wedge between them. After hiring a private investigator and uncovering his affair with her close friend, Soraya filed for divorce. The legal battle was bitter and public, but she walked away with one of the largest divorce settlements of the time. Adnan's second wife, Laura Biancalini, was just 17 when they met. She also converted to Islam, taking the name Lamia Khashoggi. Although she stayed married to him until his death in 2017, their relationship mirrored his first marriage, filled with extravagance but marred by infidelity. His third wife, Shapari Azam Zanganeh, was an elegant Iranian socialite. Though their marriage appeared stable initially, Adnan's lifestyle eventually drove them apart. They divorced in 2014, ending his last official union. In addition to his wives, Adnan maintained a harem of 12 women, often referred to as his pleasure wives. These women, mostly models and actresses, lived lives of luxury, traveling on private jets and attending his exclusive parties. Jill Dodd, the model-turned-pleasure wife. One of the women in Adnan's harem was Jill Dodd, a 20-year-old American model. After meeting him at a party in Monte Carlo, she was charmed by his grand romantic gestures, including writing "I love you" on her arm with his own blood. Adnan later invited Jill to join his world as one of his pleasure wives, offering her a verbal contract of 5 years, promising to take care of her financially. Though Jill initially embraced the luxurious lifestyle, complete with diamond rings, couture gowns, and private jets, she eventually became disillusioned. The constant competition among the women and her realization that she wasn't special led her to walk away. Reflecting on her experience years later, Jill said she learned that wealth and luxury could never bring true happiness. The fall of Adnan Khashoggi. In his final years, Adnan's empire crumbled. Accused of shady dealings and facing legal troubles, he lost nearly everything. His famous yacht was sold to Donald Trump, and the once mighty billionaire became a shadow of his former self. The only person who stood by him in his last days was his first wife, Soraya. Despite the betrayal and heartbreak she endured, she cared for him during his struggle with Parkinson's disease. When Adnan passed away in 2017, Soraya mourned the man who had caused her so much pain but remained part of her life. Today, Soraya lives a modest life, far from the glamour of her past. Her story, like Adnan's, is a reminder that wealth, beauty, and power are fleeting. In the end, what remains are the relationships we've built and the love we've given.